We're so fast. I wasn't ready. But Sarah, first always welcome. Hi, we're here. How are you? I feel like it's been a while. That's some stuff. I don't know. But we're here. We're here now. Oh, it's far too quiet. Yeah, you know, it's just there's just stuff. You know what? Maybe we go back to the future funk day. Get a little funky with it. Yo, you got a new hobby? What's the new hobby?
777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,777,
Yes. Numbers. Hammy with the bull. Why is... So... It's either like insanely loud or just not loud at all. Like what? He did. He did just give up. There we go. Wait, am I quiet too? Oh. What the fuck is going on? I'm a smidge quiet? Okay. Yeah. Right, so is that button? Are we? How's that? Is that better? Is that any better? Murder dog do be causing chaos. Hell yeah! Like how much better? A lot better? Too loud? You can't hear me talk shouting anymore. I think that was just me. I don't know why. I feel the need to do that. I guess I don't. Yeah, you know, I mean, I guess we'll see. I'll just try and talk at what I think is a normal volume. I don't know. I would love to be able to. Cool. be able to like hear myself back like through the headset and then continue carrying on a conversation. But for some reason my brain shuts down if I hear myself talking at the same time. If I hear it back at the same time the words are coming out of my mouth, it's very confusing for my brain. Oh, well, we're starting soon. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh yeah. I hear all that. That's why I crack up how like oh yeah for sure over there. It's not as funny though, I think, if I don't hear it. But yeah, it wouldn't be as fun, you know. There he is. You know what I think it is? I think it's because I see how loud the alerts are and stuff in the mix. I like that we have a green screen on in the background for some stuff, and John Cena's shirt gets green screened out in that. But anyway, so I think that's what that is. Anyway, but hey, buddy, how are you, man? How's Starfield been treating you? Did you didn't get the beta access for Modern Warfare 3, or we done spending money on Call of Duty games? I don't know what's going on these days. Yo, Starfield good? Yeah, of course they do. Yo, all your money at Joanne Fabric? It'd be like that, though, you know? Be like that. That's how they get you. Well, he's a vampire. So that one gets added. The Halloween emotes. Why not? Go Betsy Ross, that's fine. Yeah. Betsy Ross better than fucking Betty Ford, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty good, I gotta say. I've been playing it. I've started a brand new playthrough, and I think I'm getting close. I think I'm just down. Yeah, I somehow put like close to 80 hours into that game in the last like 2 weeks. So no. Deathmatch Debutante. Yeah, it is my first time with Stanley today, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I've never played and I didn't know what to play. And then I remember Oh yeah, I downloaded that. I think I saw somebody say that somewhere, that like if you like Hell House, go. Might have been TikTok. There's a lot of weird like TikTok like movie stuff that I get these days. Alright, let's go click through. Hello. Is there just an aloe Woween? That's or he's just like hello. I think it's just the original one. It's whatever one was Yo, does Ghost Classic hold on. Oh man. Oh, hold on. We gotta disable regular classic, I think. Oh, it's classic with capital C? Alright. Fuck, I fucked up, guys. How do I go back? Hold on. Ruined it. Save. Halloween. We'll get right back to regularly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not the classic back. There we go. Whew. I think we're stuck on this bench here. Click on this duck. You can. It's too many. It's too many emotes. Just all the Halloween ones. They're in there. Anyway. Right, never know, you know. What was it? Oh, well, I mean, I can't not use scared. Look at him. He's so scared in his little booba. Whew. Yo, stickers? Halloween stickers? Yo, did you get these at Joanne? You get these? From the coffee shop? Oh. Oh. Now we get... Yeah. We just needed the future phone. Very future. Yo. Sorry, as I open up the Epic Game Launcher here. How? Is anyone still legitimately interested in Assassin's Creed? Like real talk. I know. Why did he drop off? Shit. Yo, my guy's rocking that 9090 Ti. You know what I'm saying? My guy out here got the graphics. What, with their anti-piracy? I just meant like, what? Do they? Yeah, I mean, De Novo sucks and everyone hates it, but what is this godlike burger game though? Hold on. I gotta get this game real quick, guys. I don't know what it is, but it's free. Gotta get it. And then I'll never play it because I forget about every game that's in my Epic Games library. You know, it is. Restaurant Sim plus murder game? Let's go. It is spooky games. Oh shit, space hamburger vendor? That's what I'm talking about. With alien meat? Is it alien meat of aliens that I've killed? With my hands? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Demonologists be slapping? Is it? Oh no. Do we run back? Yeah, right. Graveyard Keeper. Is that how spooky we're getting? Fucking Stardew with a murdery twist. Shit. Oh shit. Oh. Wait, did we have the same conversation about Foo Fighters? How, like, we're kind of just okay, but, like, I don't really get it? Was this before? Yeah, I don't want your knife. That's a good movie. I don't know, that's a good question. You know, sir, I will not clam down. You fucking clam down, alright? You fucking clam down. Don't come in here and tell me to clam down. You fucking clam down. Yeah. Compression. Oh, this motherfucker beat that. I got real scared. I thought my computer was fucking dying on me this morning. Fucking, came in, turned the fucking screens on, and then, suddenly they were like, haha, no signal, motherfucker. So then I couldn't see nothing, and then, holding down the power button on my case didn't turn it off. It was spooky. You know, I mean, it is, but like, I need to like play games and stuff. Yeah, yeah, that was me. I was fucking scared, bro. Yeah, yeah. So I gotta flip the switch in the back, and then it happened again, like a second time, and then Quack. And then I was like, oh god, oh no, oh no, oh shit, oh heck, oh shit, oh heck. Yeah, but we're fine. It's fine. No big deal. Fixed. I don't know why. Or what was wrong. No, I said it all in my head. It was very early this morning, and I did not want to awaken anyone by freaking out, man. Sorry. Oh, wait. It's crafty. Anyway, I think it's time to go figure out what this game is out. As we play the Stanley Parable, which I have no fucking clue. It's supposed to be weird though. Kind of weird.
You know, because I wanted to put him down.
It goes on forever. That's a good start. So here we go. Wait, hold on. Options, audio. We'll get subtitles only. We don't need full closed caption, do we? Maybe. Maybe. Fully inclusive here, like typing in the background. Or whatever. I don't know. What do you... Fuck it. Full captions. Blue ball. Hell yeah. Round achievement, guys. Glad we turned those on. You know? Glad we turned those on. It's, you know, the end is never the end. But isn't it though? Like, it is not the end, but is.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Don't open dead inside.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee.
Begin the game. My guy's just a little loud. Well, we don't need. All right. Wait, what employee was I? 427? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. True. Oh, okay. Wait, did I miss it by skipping? Hold on. We're just run this back. Hold on. Oh. I don't get to. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Guys? Where? Guys? Where? Who's back there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What have I... That's not the one that I was going to enter. Oh. Which door do you guys want to go in? Yeah, which door do you guys want? Right or left? Left it is. Why did it shut behind me?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, alright. Bi-quarterly post-review, we need reviews. Want to get rid of the death sport portion? Huh? But I think that's a stupid idea. More coolers, more water heaters. Charge needs to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, child graph. Yeah, you know that might work. Yo, work harder, y'all. That was somebody's chance.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Oh, alright, man. I was just trying to fucking read, but... space between the teenagers as a demographic. Idea. Oh, plant life. Spring break. Profits. Alright. Consider... Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Yeah, less air. It's fine. Anyway, where's our boss?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, you know what? Stanley definitely did that. Yo, it was fucking nice up here, though. The boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't... Whoops. What? I don't think this company we work for is up to good things, you know? Wait, did I miss something? I was so fucking distracted that I was not paying attention to narrator guy. Which I feel like I should probably do. Oh, I just gotta click it. You gotta click the button. You gotta click.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Hell yeah. Hey.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
That can't be good. Which way you guys want to go? Like, this seems bad. But, like, this also doesn't scream great to me, you know? You know what? Maybe we do. Maybe we just ride out, do exactly what Stanley's supposed to do, see what happens. I feel like that's the point, right? You go back and do it a lot of times and definitely pick different things and see what happens on new days or something. Or maybe just restarting the game. That's why this shit is a fucking option. I don't know. That's really dark and spooky though.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. Here's gonna be like, I'm gonna say it's my last question, but it might not, probably not. Is a run, like a quote unquote run, short enough where we would do multiples like today? Oh, absolutely? Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's that's the light button. God, that makes sense. It had a picture of a light bulb. Camera button. Dumb bullshit.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh shit. Sure. I wonder what Stanley's like pseudo job was, you know? Like if people in his personal life asked him what he did, like what was Stanley's answer?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Damn. Well, yeah. Kind of, dog. That's how capitalism works, Stanley.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Maybe, dog.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh shit. Okay. Yo. Go on, Stan. Stan the whole fucking man, you know what I'm saying? It's a big ass... Just a big ass red light. What a big ass... 5. I don't want to leave this room yet. Okay. Clicking buttons. Oh. Okay. So 1, 2, 5 is up there. 3. Where? There. And there's. Where's 4? Did anybody see 4? Okay, hold up. Hold up. 1, 2. There's 3. Why is there 4 lights? But there's no 4. There's no 4, right? Did we go 1 and 3? 1 and 3 makes 4. Alright. I don't know. Maybe we just go. Oh, system power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, sure fucking was. Off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yo, did we win?
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
We fucking
Freedom
did
was
it, guys.
mere
Great
moments
stream.
away.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Even as the immense doors
we're
slowly
winners.
opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Just
How had
kidding.
he been freed
Just
from
kidding.
the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
You know,
but to let go.
You raise
No
a
longer
valid
would
point
anyone tell him where to go,
that I
what to do,
didn't even
or
think
how
of.
to feel.
Because like I
Whatever
was
life he
ready
lives, it will be his.
to just do the
That was
opposite
all
shit.
he needed to know. It was perhaps
Initially,
the
I was like,
only
no,
thing
right
worth
door, I
knowing.
want to go.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
For sure. There's this open door. Yeah, I was ready to go down the right door. My curiosity really wanted to see what was down Escape. But I'm glad we followed direction. Led us here.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Hell yeah.
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Hell yeah. Best ending. Hey, beat the game. We did it. Cool. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, is there? I know there's one to like come back after not touching the game for like 5 years or some wild shit. But to play for the entirety of a Tuesday? I'll just turn that off. Hold on. Oh. Now that I realized I can just click on things, I'm clicking everything. I hate Mondays. Hey, what's back there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't think I did
This was
time.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What? What? Like, those back rooms don't seem good.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Sure, this room is nice.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Termination
office, hoping he might find
Tuesdays.
an answer there.
Back. And I got done. Crap. Yeah. What's everyone's favorite kind of donut? Yes. So many questions. Who moved my desk?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
and this
walked
just puts us
upstairs
right
to
back
his
on
boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Yeah.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, shit.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked.
I do. I was
into
getting
the
into that. That was
opened
the jams.
passageway.
That is what I get. I didn't.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. No, you know what? I'm just gonna go do it. I'm not gonna ask. Like, what happens? Like, I took the one detour, but like,
The lights rose on.
did we just go
enormous
and do
room
exactly what we're
with
supposed to do?
television
Do you just end up at the
What
same?
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh no, we're gonna find out then.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna expose the secrets. Not this run, but another one, perhaps.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Like, we took the one detour. I just want to see what happens if we...
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Should. It happens, Stanley. It'd be like that.
But here was the
get
proof. The heart of the
blinded by the
operation.
light.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terror.
Off. No.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Did we win
Was it
again?
over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
If
even
I just
as the
click a lot,
immense
does the
door
narrator
slowly
ever get
opened,
mad?
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been free?
I think we just end up at the same spot.
All of his co-workers were gone, What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
What could it
meeting room.
mean?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes,
It's a
this
nice room.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's true. True and real. Here we go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I'm gonna do it.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Right. Don't want to tell you what to do, Stanley. I had to.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It is.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Oh, maybe.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Huh. I just wanted to make the super cool jump. I was like, can I do this?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Huh? What, do we give him the chance? I mean, he didn't steer us wrong at the beginning. Right? We got that super cool ending. We're happy.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
Yo, why does he
Here,
say it that way,
let me
though?
show you.
Yo, what? I don't wanna. Huh?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Yo, is this a jump scare? I don't want to get...
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh! Hey. Hey. This is cool. This is cool. I walk off the edge? No, won't let me.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Oh no, we could go back, dude.
Right. Where were we?
Oh, we're just chilling, dude. We can just vibe out here. Forever. Oh shit, we lost the music, but wide vibe, you know? we just wide vibe. Oh shit. Yo, was I supposed to do more drugs before playing this game? I feel like I'm not, Alright, shit. Got mad distracted. It's time to go, guys.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yeah.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh. I don't.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I mean, we can't just go stay there forever. We got more stuff to see. I gotta do.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Be like this. Yo. Fucking colors, you know what I mean?
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Okay. Yo, hands up. We vibing. Do I just not have to touch anything? I'm real, like... He said just... Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Yo, narrator guy said stop moving. Or is it just this? Yeah, I mean, this is cool. I'm cool here. I'm not mad at this. I'm even gonna... It's just this, so we gotta go back and... So I have no problem just staying here.
Stanley, Go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Yeah, no, I know, man.
No.
I know.
No. What do you... Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Well, I mean, this didn't kill me, though.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
I wasn't at first, but I'm starting
That
to.
was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Uh-huh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, hold up. I saw the broom closet, but I didn't realize...
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Hold on. That was before I realized I could, click on things to, open. Hold on. Oh. Whose office is this?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yeah, it's my office now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Like fucking hell I did. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Put a ball up inside you, take it out passively, aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers. You know what? That fuck true and real. Oh shit.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nah, there's something here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh, don't say that.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
This is my home.
Doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Yeah.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Just, I don't know, man. Might be something
You
here.
do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Okay.
I never would have thought to mention it.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
XD.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system.
A physical
and you collapsed
malady?
on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
True.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No. What happened? Do you think he has anything else to say?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, fuck. I'm going back in. I'm going back in,
You
guys.
too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Yeah. Okay. I think we might be done with different thoughts. That was really good. I'm glad we did that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Definitely
walked
going down the
upstairs to his
stairs.
boss's office.
What's this?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him?
Yeah, why do they
went?
do that?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Where are my feet?
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
he imagined
Right.
himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
yo, I fucking can't. I think my brain exploded right now.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain beyond a doubt
we got a long narration right here.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
What if this is all a dream,
of a world outside this one.
Yo, is this shit Inception?
Wake up, he thought to himself.
Is it a dream within a dream?
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Yo, who's Stanley's wife? Did we ever get to see her?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Yo,
I am okay.
Yo, kinda? Yo, Stanley got a hot wife or what?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Holy shit, we're still here?
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then soon turned to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Skirt! Yo, was that
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, I'm dying, guys.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I was looking for the computer that took the input. We were up to 2.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
So
open
I kind of
doors,
want to go
this
through
was
that
not
blue
the
door.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad
there is
at
a
following
cool,
directions, it's incredible he
like
wasn't
elevator
5
in there,
years
though?
ago.
I'm curious what happens if you take this to the other side, too.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
First things
we've gotten
first.
off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Definitely not.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Definitely not.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Yeah.
Well, don't let me stop you.
All right.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
See, now I like specifically don't want to go in that door. Which door, guys? Which door do we want to go? Oops. Oh. Oh, yo, this...
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
I don't know. I'm going to say 5 is good.
The game needed a third door. Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Oh, shit.
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
Yeah.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Yo, fucking leaderboard? That's what's up, dude.
Now, Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yo, you goddamn fucking right
Hey,
it
I
did.
nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Yo, you know we letting that baby catch on fire.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Why do I feel like there's an actual achievement tied to playing that dumb shit for 4 hours? Yo, I feel like they're, but I mean that baby's just gonna die right off the bat. I ain't saving that fucking baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
Baby
I'm not even
hater.
going to try.
You know what I mean?
I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh,
Yo,
hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Shit, what game are we going to play now?
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
I want to play this game. I
don't. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside.
I don't like Minecraft.
You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley.
Diamond
we'll have to go mining.
Stay right here. Just kidding. Let's go. Yeah. We turn this into Minecraft, I guess.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Shit got spooky down there.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
God damn it.
Trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay.
How did they get away with this?
Let's go find out what the hell this is.
First Minecraft, now Portal. Like how?
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
Oh, was it? Okay.
No, actually, you know what?
That
I
makes
think
sense
it's
for this
plenty.
then.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me,
Oh God. Okay. I did not mean to fall down here, but here we are. Where did I find now? Oh God. Did this suddenly turn into a horror game? I'm very scared. Oh, is it? Oh, texture-wise? There's a light. Yes. What's up, guys? This does look very, half. Alright, this is fucking super sweet. Yeah. Hey, it's my office! That's me, I'm 427. Huh?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Interesting. Interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get
We're gonna
back
ride
to
the
business,
thing all the way across.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's true.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Can
There's
you fall
someone
and
you
land
can
on top of one of
neglected,
those
Stanley.
trucks?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not
Only
asking
because that
for
door's
me.
open down there, and I'm
I'm asking
like,
for
I'm sure you could do something with that, right?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Why do I feel like there's a way down there somehow? But anyway, let's go. Can I become forklift certified though? What the
That's
fuck?
her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Pick up. Picking it. Phone's getting picked up.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Man, this whole time I thought, Stanley was really doing it. Got a wife at home, kind of happy, but this is fucked
a
up.
very
Yeah,
sad
right. That's
story
fucked
about
up.
the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I don't press it. I press other button. Oh, damn. Do I have to press it? Oh, fuck that. I ain't pressing your buttons. Oh, nothing happens?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Shit. Spend time with the boys, dude?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality,
My
all
wife.
he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. You told me not to do it. Which is more just following the rules, like listening to him or pressing.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Give him a fucking mirror.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
Press G to question nothing.
Rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic.
Which way do we go?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, all right.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, I didn't do that. I went down the elevator.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
This motherfucker.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay.
Sorry, why do I think that, like, sequence of whatever he said relates to, like, clearly something, some other sort of video game?
Yes, I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
All right. Huh?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Okay.
Quick,
Close your
Stanley,
eyes,
close
guys.
your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
fuck? Alright. Why does everyone have I Hate Mondays books?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yo, this is like actual from the top?
When Stanley... Wait.
Yeah,
what?
wait, what?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Oh, shit.
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know surely it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Thanks. Yo, this is too many options, guys. I really want that one only because the chairs are in the way, but that seems like the obvious choice.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Did we miss anything, guy?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh. Oh.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Huh? Let's do that. Let's do that.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
I did. I don't
You
like
know
this
what?
place.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Let's fucking go!
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
The
good
fucking
job.
best.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both
do.
know you didn't put in any actual work for
Give
that
me
win.
the win.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Yes.
I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow
I like
the
it.
line. How simple is that?
What? Oh my god, playing solitaire out here? I haven't been here before. Oh, this place is spooky.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
True,
Okay.
true.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I can't jump. I wanted to jump so bad. It's getting a little weird. I gotta follow the line, though. Financial records.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Hold on. Committing this fern to memory? Studying it truly, deeply. How important is this fern? Is it important enough for me to take a picture of it?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
A little bit. I mean, it's not like I'm not looking, man.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Wait, so I didn't need to take a picture of the fern with my... Can't fucking lie to me?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent.
That's true, man.
People,
Hasn't really done much.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Let's ride, brother.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Huh?
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What? Hold up. What? I don't. Okay.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
Yo,
Just
right,
don't
that
acknowledge
was
it. We should be fine.
Fucking insane. Yeah. Yo. Real talk though, am I missing out on like back rooms or stuff? Like is it spooky stuff? Because I will say this is sort of slightly unsettling, you know?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
As
Just
far
walk
as it
in
gets.
circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
That's true.
Well,
Maybe. I
who
don't know.
consulted me? Why don't I
Right?
get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
We both went to the same.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How
Yo,
would we
hold
even
up.
know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the
Sure.
destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have a...
What the fuck? Jesus.
All
Yeah,
this code
right?
is
God
gone.
damn.
What could it mean?
Y'all,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
y'all
he'd simply
motherfuckers didn't have to
know.
do me like that. That was fucking.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Trying to think, was there anything on? Was there anything on this side we didn't do yet?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
And here it was. the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is it like going in the red door instead of like elevator across to the phone? Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I thought it was like the red door and then not going into like the space door
investing your trust in
or
someone
whatever,
else can
you
be
know?
difficult. But the fact
with the
is
cool
that
music
the
and the
story
light
has
show.
been about nothing but you all this time.
There was an option to go
Someone you've been
past that.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah, I don't know.
To put your
I might go
work
check it out.
aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense. And at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
My goodness, it's 4:30. I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
I gotta go.
Welcome back.
Some things to think
you
about.
may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems
Well, I
this
thought it was
case
about to
is
take
not
us all the way
equipped
down.
to
I was
deal
very
with
confused.
reality.
Okay. Shit, you know, let's get me home, you know? Stop. Stop. Just walking down the motherfucking hallway.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left. Back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yeah. Don't lie. Lying now, stop.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Man, I like really want to be difficult. Just take this right door again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Shit, I'm sorry, man. Oh. Now, if you didn't want me going that way, why give me the choice, you know?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever.
Question mark?
Live that
Yo,
way.
what's question mark
Is it better to shut the game
exclamation
down
point?
entirely, to willingly destroy all of my work?
At 1 p.m. on a Monday.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I
Oh shit, we're broke Wednesdays?
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
I like how we're broke Wednesdays precedes the financial report meeting. Gotta move desks. Stupid. Stupid. Tell him no.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh,
okay.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
All right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Do
boss's
unbelievably
office,
amazing work
hoping
all the
he
time,
might
every
find
day,
an
with no
answer there.
expectation of promotion or raise. What is hot? Profits are hot. Profits are hot. Stock market somewhere here. Target demographic, teenagers. Secondary research. Thanks. Money. More money. Thanks. But with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. Stripes. From the facts from Business Letters and Co. Better safe than profits. Yes. Graphs and charts. Business. Alright, get Chris out of the broom closet. Yo, TPS reports. Get the new cover letter on your TPS reports. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Holy shit, this game's too real. We were just talking about desk moving. Yo, who the fuck's Jim? Why's Jim get a name up there, you know? It's fucked up. The rest of us just numbers, but Jim. Hey. Doesn't let me in the room.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Doesn't let me go downstairs.
Stepping inside his manager's office,
This ain't the
Stanley
boss's
was
office.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Oh, what the fuck is that
behind
painting?
this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had
Business
seen it on his
strategy?
boss's computer just last week.
Shooting a
Nightshark
panda?
115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yo, Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
kinda
Please
did.
speak the code into the receiver.
I mean, Stanley
Otherwise
just
we
doesn't
can't get on
talk,
with the
right?
story.
Like, we
This
can't.
is a crucial step.
It was Night Shark
fine,
115.
you're not going to do it, but you
Yeah,
know
I'm
what?
not.
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this
Yeah.
one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He
Night
knows
Shark
what it means to
115.
take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you
Oh, what
come
the
this
fuck?
way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Fucking told me to, man. Fuck.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the
Yes.
door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Oh,
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
yo, did we do it?
The story needs you. It needs you
Is
to
that
make a
it?
decision.
That's not it,
cannot exist
right?
without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Very easy.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we got some really obscure ones. I mean, there's clearly going to, like, press the mind control button power, like, yes.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Yeah.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Sure. Where is everybody, man?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
All right. See, he gets it, dude. You just blah, blah, blah. We're just gonna go power on mind control. Yeah.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
How did I forget about this? We're coming back to that.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
It's been so long since we've been down here.
What horrible
I forgot.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers,
blah, blah,
the
blah.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Let's go mind control these motherfuckers.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Because there's still also
or
these
sad,
buttons.
or
What
content.
are those buttons?
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
What's like down
For
here?
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
We about to go hit yes, power this bitch up. Power it up. Power it up. Power it up.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
I
they
did
kept
that.
you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Oh, God.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me,
Hold
where
up.
we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
I don't know.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Wait, what? I don't
Oh, dear
understand.
me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Oh.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces.
Oh, no.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Oh, all right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Quick, how do we
Stanley
stop?
decided to go
How
to
do
the
we
meeting
stop
room.
the boom?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How do we stop that?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There has to be a way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's this? Want to go up? Didn't go on it.
Here's the door, just go.
Okay. We gotta go down the escape route.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, yeah?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Yes.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Oh, who's this lady?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this game's kind of wild.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
True, I guess. I keep wanting to jump. Office layout. Corridor. And then the two doors. The office. credits. Great job, guys. Over this way. We submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight. That was process of improving Steam games. The Greenlight page had only a series of photos, which were still enough to win the communities. Were these the said cryptic photos? This, I feel like this is the more endings, fewer at it, you know? Yeah. Just more, less, more. I don't know. What are we talking about? Who knows? Indeed. That could have been neat. There's a whole, like, Stanley History Museum here. Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we asked people to email the narrator questions. We had initial plan further here. Yeah. Okay. It's an early version of the lounge. It's still a pretty nice lounge, but they made it nicer. Very cool. That's cool.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't
Oh, what? Oh man, was that just
All of
it?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the...
Man, all right. For the entire duration of a Tuesday, how do you? What's completing the game? Like, what's this? Yeah. Or go outside. Just don't play it for 5 years. What's this? Can we get speedrun?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Fucking
Stanley
crazy.
decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Right? Does beating the game, is that just getting an ending? So we just go and turn that shit off real quick? Like,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah. The narrator and the writing, I think, is what clearly is what this game is, right?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
And it's...
What horrible secret did this place
It's pretty
hold?
incredible.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh no. Oh no.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
See, I get why it's
Stanley's
like 4
coworkers.
minutes, right? Because you
The
get
lives of
locked
so
into
many
this.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
His own life in someone else's
Yeah.
control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that
Off.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the
Maybe I
machine's
never had
grasp?
co-workers the entire
What other
time.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
Blah, blah,
but to
blah.
let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Sure,
This
did we
was
do it?
exactly the way,
I
right
feel like
now,
we did it.
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. I see why Stanley was happy there. That's probably the best ending, you know? No. Okay. I don't know what beating the game in 4 minutes is. Anyway. This was fun. This was a fun little one-off game. Like the chit chatter in the background. I hope you guys enjoyed this weird trip of a game. We just made choices and got different endings, you know? Really contemplated life at moments, and you know, we set a baby on fire in the baby game.